What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. I normally don't cover YouTube drama too much on my channel, but when it came to the Sniperwolf Jackfilms situation, I looked at it as an opportunity to start a discourse regarding YouTube and them protecting some of their creators over others. Because it's quite disgusting and it's quite disappointing. Because what we see here is YouTube 100% simping for Sniperwolf. And I don't really understand why. They had the opportunity to stand up against somebody that is going directly against their terms of service. Like, content thievery is against the terms of service of YouTube, and instead, they chose to stand beside her and protect her, while also gaslighting the entirety of the YouTube community by saying we need to look at both sides here. I'm sorry, both sides of what? Right and wrong? Because it's very clear to me that Jackfilms is in the right, and Sniperwolf's in the wrong. Whether it's content thievery or doxing, there's one person in the right and one person in the wrong. And from what I was taught growing up, if you're in the wrong, you should be punished for being in the wrong. And no, 30 days of no monetization isn't a punishment. That's not a punishment. That's a little slap on the wrist. That's a please don't do this again. But we're also going to hopefully reap in all the benefits of you making apology video after apology video once your monetization returns. Because that's what YouTube is really in the game for. They know that Sniperwolf's going to continue to regurgitate the same content that she always does, and it makes YouTube a ton of money. That's what YouTube cares about. But this is where the double standard walks in. And this is the issue that I have with all of this. Is there's other opportunities where YouTube does make a ton of money off of a creator, but they completely blacklist that creator for whatever reason. And I don't get why they didn't do that here with Sniperwolf. It was an opportunity to showcase the community that, hey, we're going to protect one of our own. And they decided to protect the other person, which made no sense. They basically gave the double middle finger to Jackfilms here, and then chose to gaslight him by saying that there's two sides to this situation. There's two sides to this story. No, there isn't. There's right and wrong. And Jackfilms, most certainly, is in the right. He pointed out that Sniperwolf has been stealing content, and then he gets doxxed for it. I don't think that's the right response to this situation. Maybe they should have had a private conversation. Sure, I don't really care. Solve it on your own time. They're both making massive amounts of money out of this controversy, and I think it benefits both of them. But to dox somebody is not okay. And here come the simps for Sniperwolf saying, well, all business information in California is made public, so his address was already public. I ask you this as a retort. Which is greater? The amount of people that look up California business records on a daily basis, or those who watch Sniperwolf's stories on a daily basis? I know this is a tough one, so I'll give you a second. While you're thinking about that, I also want to bring into the conversation that YouTube's put themselves in a very tough situation here. Oh, did you come to the conclusion that more people watch Sniperwolf's Instagram stories? Good, I'm glad. It shouldn't have taken you this long. You should have realized nobody looks up business records. Like, that is an argument is mind-blowing to me. Anybody that sits there and is like, well, business records are public, cool. I couldn't tell you the last time I looked up a business record, but I can tell you that I look at Instagram stories every single day. Okay? And all it takes is one crazy person to watch that Instagram story and say, well, I'm going to go protect Sniperwolf's honor, and goes and does something to Jackfilms. People should have the right to feel safe in their own home. Instead, Sniperwolf ripped that safety away from Jackfilms and his wife, and that is not okay. And that's why I'm so furious with YouTube. Is YouTube could have protected Jackfilms, could have said this is not okay, and we're going to punish Sniperwolf by not letting her upload, by not letting her monetize her videos, by removing her from the YouTube partner program, whatever it might have been. But YouTube chose a half measure when they should have gone all the way. And that's the real issue here, is they showcased they are not for the safety of their community. Instead, they want to protect one creator. Why they want to protect Sniperwolf over others is beyond me. The only conclusion I can come to is that they want to simp for her. I know that's not the reason. I know there's probably a bigger reason behind it, but that's the conclusion I can come to, and that's the conclusion I'm going to draw. And I think it's completely unfair to Jackfilms and to anybody else in the future that faces this type of double standard. Because I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed and Jackfilms was the one to dox SSniperwolf, he would have been removed from the YouTube Partner Program. He would have gotten some serious backlash. He wouldn't have had defenders saying, well, her public records are in the business registry of her home state. No. That wouldn't have been the argument. It would have been, Jackfilms, how could you do this? And YouTube most certainly would not be releasing a tweet saying both sides. They would have sided with SSniperwolf, and that's what I'm so upset about. Most of us have to play by the rules. Others can skirt the rules and get protected by YouTube. And that, my friends, is not fair. This situation is not fair. It's not fair to Jackfilms that he was not allowed to feel safe, and it's not fair to the YouTube community that they were showcased a clean double standard to a creator. I don't know what the path forward here is for YouTube, but what I can tell you is they're going to take some time to recover from this situation because people are pissed. People feel as if they're trying to pull the wool over their eyes, and when that happens, people are not excited about that. This is a situation where YouTube could have supported Jackfilms, could have made this platform better as a whole by addressing content thievery, but instead, they want to stand by it. They want to say that this is what our platform is all about. Content thievery and protecting those who skirt the terms of service. I'm sorry. It's not a fair world we live in. It's not a fair YouTube we play in, apparently. And that is disgusting. I'd love to see some real repercussions from this situation. Because you've now set a precedent, YouTube. The next person that doxes someone else because they're in a YouTube beef, well, you can't give them a harsher punishment. You can't, because you've already said that if you dox somebody, it's 30 days of suspension. That's it, that's all. You can't go back and go against what you did once, especially when you gaslit the entire community. So I am partially waiting for this to happen again, because it will happen again. And I'm wondering if YouTube will have the same response, or if they will actually respond in kind and support the creator that was being doxed. There should be a zero tolerance for this. It shouldn't be some slap on the wrist. It shouldn't be some 30 days suspension. It should be a termination. You should not be able to reveal personal details of somebody to your millions of followers and expect no repercussions, expect no punishments. But this isn't the real world we live in. We live in a world where YouTube wants to protect some people while exposing others. And to me, that is disgusting and very disappointing. YouTube's always so concerned about their image in their advertisers' eyes. Well, I'll tell you this. They don't look very good right now in my eyes as somebody who uses their platform. And this is why YouTube needs serious change, because they never ever come out of these situations looking like they've done the right thing. Instead, they come out of these situations shooting themselves in the foot. And it's been repeated time and time again. And it's getting quite tiring looking at this from a YouTube user like I am and saying, wow, they're a platform I can trust. They definitely have their heads on right, because they don't. They're not protecting their creators. They've created a double standard, and now they've showcased that if you get doxxed, they're not going to protect you. They're not. They're going to give a light suspension to somebody who put your safety in danger. And that's just not okay. But anyways, that's all the time I have for my video today. I'd love to hear from you guys, as some of you might be better versed on this whole situation. So leave a comment down below about your thoughts on this whole drama. So thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.